Welcome back to BYU Sports Station. We are live in Studio B. The man who produced that highlight and has produced a ton of highlights for BYU as they're off to their 6-0 start this season is Noah Waterman. Noah, welcome to BYUSN, man. Good to talk to you again.
How you guys doing?
Hey, we're good. We're not as good as you guys, though.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are playing great, man. What's it been like so far?
It's been super nice. You know, we put in a lot of work, so it's kind of just showing.
I think everybody's trying to figure out what happened for you individually because you look like a totally different player. Your confidence is through the roof. You're making a ton of threes, and you're physical, Noah. What changed in the offseason?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of hours in the gym, for real. We had a lot of hard summer workouts, and my emphasis was just like focusing on defense and not letting my offense affect my defense. So I feel like me just focusing on my rebounding and playing defense really just rolls over to the offensive end. So I think that's the main thing, but mostly a lot of hours in the gym.
We've always thought you could shoot, and now they're going in more. But that's interesting, that relationship you described. Does it just take time sometimes? Like being at BYU for a full year, it's like, okay, I know exactly what my sort of role is and how I can maximize my skills?
Yeah, definitely. When I first got here last year, it's always hard to find like your place in a new team, and you're learning a new system, just trying to adjust. Especially for me, it was kind of hard for me to adjust the first year. So I really let my highs take me really high and my lows take me really low. So I had to learn how to just stay neutral.
Sure.
But yeah.
Had to moderate that. That's a very mature answer. Again, your growth, Noah. Like you are the example of growth here. I keep hearing, and you've mentioned this too, but you and a bunch of your teammates talked about the benefits of the European trip and how it helped this team get off to the right start. Why was that so beneficial?
Well, first off, we played against like a lot of pro teams, so just playing against that competition over in Europe just helped the team overall. But I think the main thing that helped us was just like the team chemistry and like doing all these team bonding activities, because having a good team on the court, you got to have a good relationship off the court. So just being there for 10 days, always with all the guys, going on ski-doos and having a great time. It just built our relationship off the court, and it's really showing on the court.
Who knew like gelato and jumping off of boats could really translate to free throw? You know what I mean? Like, it's been awesome. The fact that you guys are so connected and kind of trust each other and understand roles has been really impressive. Because you haven't heard, Dallin Hall, who didn't start initially due to injury, and now Jackson Robinson's the leading returning scorer. He's coming off the bench. Like, no one's complaining about you guys. That second unit's really good. Everyone kind of understands their spot. Like, what's it like to play on this team right now where everybody seems to trust each other?
Yeah, I mean, it's super nice. And I think to have a good team, you've got to have trust. So it's like, me, I have no doubt. If I drive the rock and I kick to the three to Spence, I have no doubt the ball's going in. So that's what I feel like is really helping our team, because everybody just believes in each other. And having that belief in each other is really just helping us win.
And when Mark and Cody and Nick and Cahill and Colin are like, hey, we're going to shoot 35 threes a game, do your ears perk up a little bit?
Oh, I mean, I love shooting, so 100%.
You guys have stuck to that pretty well. You're getting up the numbers you want there, and you're making a ton, too.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country right now.
No, yeah, definitely.
Noah Waterman is with us on BYU Sports Nation, 6'11" sharpshooter and a guy who's playing some serious defense right now. Another kind of mystery about this team is the core is back, and we're looking at a BYU team last year that finished 5th in the West Coast Conference and didn't get into postseason play. So I think everybody's trying to figure out, well, is it like a massive scheme change? Like, you mentioned a lot of hours in the gym, but how different is the approach on the floor as to what you're trying to do X's and O's wise compared to what it was last year? Or are you just better at executing what the plan was last year?
I think everybody grew in confidence. Definitely like Trey. Trey's grown a ton, and you can see him on the court. He's killing it. But everybody is just a lot more confident, and as I said before, like, we just trust each other. We did implement like a couple new things, like we wedge a lot, so we're shooting a lot of threes.
Sure.
But we have this new thing where everybody's crashing the offensive glass and wedging. So if we miss a three, which we haven't lately, but we're gonna get the offensive rebound and get a second chance. So that's like a main difference from last year.
Great insight.
What do you feel like you guys are doing the best right now? Because there's a lot going well.
I'm going to say our defense. I think everything starts with our defensive end, because sometimes we start off slow on the offensive end, but we're just not letting the other team score.
Arizona State was a good example of that.
Exactly. So I think if we just keep up our defense, we're a really special team.
Everyone wants to say and do this, but like get old and stay old and grow together. But this team is actually that. Like I hate the narrative of BYU has these old players and blah, blah, blah. But this year it's actually an advantage. Like Spencer Johnson being the oldest player in college basketball and Trevin Knell, who's made a tremendous impact on this team, is number 3. What role have those guys specifically played in sort of the, hey, we're experienced here and we can do this together?
Yeah, a lot of times when we're like frustrated and we go into the locker room, Spencer's always like the first person to stand up and talk to us and try to get us out of that.
The elder statesman, literally.
Yeah, 100%. So just leadership, 100%. Spence is really passing the ball super well, like getting everybody involved. So that's big. But then, yeah, just the leadership role.
And who knew that? I mean, Ali Khalifa is the one like new guy essentially. Dawson Baker will be the second. Trevin technically is newish because he didn't play on the team last year. But like, what kind of difference has he made specifically? We're seeing him make threes and whatnot, but it feels like this team is very different, and there's not a lot of new pieces here.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows Trev. Like, you can't give him any space or he's going to shoot it.
He's the shot doctor.
Yeah, even if he doesn't have space, he's still going to shoot it and make it. So, so it's big time for him. He really helps us space the floor. It's like, because they can't come off him. So it helps Dallin and Jax when they're driving. There's no gap. So just having him out on the floor, even if he's not getting shots, it just helps our team so much.
I was laughing so hard when, was it Arizona State continued to press? And then you just kept banging threes. I was like, what?
You should probably not press BYU anymore.
Why are you doing this?
Probably not do that.
Keep doing it.
All right, the NC State game specifically, so many parts of that game were very impressive because your depth is being tested. Obviously, Atiki was not available for the altercation he had at the end of the Arizona State game. Foose is hurt, and again, we don't know his status and when he's going to come back. But Ali comes in. He hadn't practiced what felt like for 3 weeks, and he just like plug and play.
He was so good.
So let's say Foose isn't available for a little while, and your depth continues to be tested there. How does that change your role for BYU?
So I think I'm going to have to play like a little 5, which is fine with me. As you said, like I've gotten a lot more physical. Shout out to my boy Wiz. Wiz has really developed us in the weight room.
Is that Michael Davey? That what you call him?
Yeah, I
Wiz?
call him Wiz.
Nice.
So
like he's a wizard or something?
He's a wizard.
Okay.
He's definitely a wizard in the weight room. So yeah, so he's really helped me with that. But I think Ali is really gonna have like a big role. Even you said he hasn't practiced in a little while, but he stepped into the NC State game and how many rebounds did he have?
It was wild.
Like
a couple great passes.
Dropping dimes for sure, yeah.
Best passer in the country. That's 100%. But yeah, so he's definitely gonna help us. And then Trip stepped up like tremendously when he came in. He came in, gave us energy, and did his role exactly how he was supposed to. So big shout out to him too.
Greatest mustache on campus right now.
You a 1 tube sock, 1 no-show guy? Is that the look?
Yeah,
Might be the look? Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good luck against Fresno State on Friday at the Delta Center. That's going to be a fun one.
No, definitely.
Because at the same time that's happening, women's soccer playing in the Final Four, women's volleyball in the NCAA tournament. We got a trio of amazing games.
It's a big Friday night.
No, definitely.
So let's go.
All the karma we can give you, go beat the Bulldogs, man.
I appreciate it.
Congratulations on all your hard work, Noah.
Hey, thank you.